Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today we are going to be talking about the NASCAR COTA weekend for the Cup, Xfinity and Truck Series. But before we go on, we're now going to go on to, we're first actually going to talk about Charlotte Motor Speedway, so that weekend. It's obviously the Coca-Cola 600 weekend, and practice and qualifying will be going ahead. For Friday, May 28th, it will be practice for Cup, Xfinity and Cup and Xfinity and Trucks. Then the trucks will have qualifying and the race on the same day. For the trucks, we're running up the North Carolina Educational Lottery 200. For Saturday, it will be qualifying for both Cup and Xfinity. And the same day, the Xfinity will race for the running of the Alsco Uniforms 300, and the Arca Menard Series will be also running for running of the General Tire 150. And finally, Sunday, it will be the Cup Series racing for the running of the Coca-Cola 600. So that is the Charlotte weekend. Let's now move on to the COTA weekend. And we first start off with the Truck Series. So the Truck Series, that was won by Todd Gilliland, who had a penalty very early in the race, but he fought back to win the race. Second to him was Kaz Gralla, then Tyler Ankrum, Grant Enfinger, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Carson Asiva, Zane Smith, Austin Hill, and Ben Rodan at the top 10. Coming back for a one-off for Thor Sports Motorsports is Paul Menard, then John Nemechek, Parker Kligman, Haley Deegan, Matt Crafton, Austin Wayne Self, Stuart Friesen, Parker Chase, Camden Murphy, and Ryan Truex ran at the top 20. Notable finishes outside of the top 20. We have 22nd place Johnny Sauter, 26th place Bailey Curry, 27th place Chase Purdy. I don't know how long I need to put him. There. 31st place Tanner Gray. 33rd place Chandler Smith, and 35th place Christian Eckes. Now, because COTA also had the practice and qualifying, I'm actually going to look up the failed to qualify drivers. In the number 44 for Nice Motorsports was Logan Burden. The number 41 for Cram Enterprises was Dawson Cram. Number 20 for Young's Motorsports, Spencer Boyd. Number 72 for, I think it was CMI Motorsports, Samuel Lecomte. Number 49 for CMI Motorsports was John Atwell. And the number 10 for Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing, Jennifer Jo Cobb. Now, because there's also road course, there was a couple of road course ringers like Logan Burden, Samuel Lecomte, and John Atwell. But those drivers obviously didn't qualify. These two drivers who only qualified. Obviously, in P18 was Parker Chase. Yes, he is actually a road course ringer. He competed in the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge for with Brian Herter Autosports in the Hyundai. I think for what class was it? I think it was TDR. I can't remember. I am probably wrong there. And 29th place was Michelle Abati running for racing for On Point Racing Toyota for the number 30 truck. She races or used to race in the Trans Am Series for GRR Racing with a Chevy. That was in 2019. So for stage 1 and 2, so for stage 1 that was won by Todd Gilliland, and stage 2 that was won by Ben Rhodes. Is really about it I can really say. I don't know what happened to. I think some of them actually had like accidents and accidents and DVP and suspension obviously issues. So yeah, a bit of a struggle for some drivers, mainly for the KBM boys, for Eckes and Chandler Smith. So now with the Truck Series done, let's now move on to the Xfinity Series. And the Xfinity Series, that was won by none other than Kyle Busch. Of course he won it. No one should really be surprised. Second to him was road course ringer, full-time road course ringer for the Xfinity Series, AJ Allmendinger, then Justin Allgaier, Kevin Harvick for BJ McLeod Racing, Austin Cindric, Harrison Burton, Cole Custer for Rick Ware Racing, Tyler Reddick making Jordan Anderson Racing's debut, Jesse Haley coming back, then Jeb Burton rounding out the top 10, then Michael Annett, Brent Moffitt, Austin Dillon making Bassett Racing's debut, Preston Pardus, Jade Buford, Riley Herbst, Brandon Jones, Andy Lally, Spencer Pumperly, and Alex LeBay. Drivers outside of the top 20, Maya Snyder, 21st place, 25th, Ryan Sieg, 26th, Brandon Brown, 29th, Daniel Hemrick, 30th, Ross Chastain filling in for Joe Graff Jr., 34th place, Miguel Paludo, and 36th place, Noah Gragson. There was a couple of accidents there. Failed to qualify in the zero car for JD Motorsports, Jeffrey Earnhardt. Number 78 for BJ McLeod Motorsports, Jesse Little. Number 47 for Mike Harmon Racing, Carl Weatherman. Number 61 for Hattori Racing Enterprises, Stephen Light. Number 92 for DGM Racing, Josh Williams. Number 90 for DGM Racing, Cesar Baccarella. And number 74 for Mike Harmon Racing, Bailey Curry. Road course ringers who actually made it in. 18th, Andy Lally, obviously. He currently competes in IMSA for Audi R8 Magnus Racing. He's won a couple races as well. In 19th was Spencer Pumperly, also ran in IMSA, and also ran for Magnus Racing, but with Archangel Motorsports in the Acura. In 31st place, NASCAR legend of road course. Well, and Lally is also a legend in NASCAR as well. 31st place, Boris Said, who won in the Xfinity Series, I think in 2010, and I think 2010 or 2009 in Montreal. He basically is a sports car driver, who notably won the 2004 Sports Cup Series GT Class Champion. Also is a 3-time winner in the 24 Hours of Le Mans, one winner of the 12 Hours Sebring, and I think a 2005 winner of the 24 Hours of Nürburgring. So he's done plenty of stuff. And 34th place, Miguel Paludo. He was obviously formerly in NASCAR, full time actually in the NASCAR Truck Series for Turner Motorsports. He currently runs in the Porsche GT3 Cup Brazil and is a champion in 2008, 2009, 2017, and 2020. So he's definitely a very good road course ringer. Let's now move on to the Cup Series. And the Cup Series, that was won by a rain-delayed Chase Elliott. Yes, it wasn't really rain-delayed. It was ended with a rain by Chase Elliott. Second to him, again, is Kyle Larson. I think that's the third race in a row he's come second. Then Joe Logano, Ross Chastain, AJ Allmendinger, obviously a road course ringer himself, formerly an IMSA driver, and also an IndyCar. Chase Briscoe, Michael McDowell, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, and Kyle Busch, ran out the top 10. Then William Byron, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Preece, Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Anthony Alfredo, Brad Keselowski, and Corey LaJoie. Notable finishes outside of the top 20. Austin Cindric in 25th, Eric Almirola in 26th, Kurt Busch in 27th, Daniel Suarez in 33rd, Martin Truex Jr. in 35th, Cole Custer 36th, 37th, Kevin Harvick, Christopher Bell, 38th, and Bubba Wallace, 39th. There's only one road course ringer in the Cup Series field, and that was Kyle Tilley. Kyle is an IMSA driver, also a WEC driver, presumably driving for Air Motorsports LMP2, while also winning the 24 Hours of Le Mans this year, so congrats to him. He's also British as well. Also, I forgot to mention for the Xfinity Series stage results, AJ Allmendinger won Stage 1, and Justin Haley won Stage 2. For this one, Joe Logano won Stage 1, and Kyle Busch won Stage 2. The most notably the crash involving Martin Truex Jr. and Cole Custer, where Truex it was very, very close to flipping over. Cole Custer just rammed to the back of him. Well, I think Truex also had some damage, had a lot of damage as well. But yeah, it wasn't great for either of those drivers, finishing 35th and 36th respectively. So now with COTA out of the way, it was kind of like it was also a lot of rain as well. It was not great for mainly for the Cup Series, and also I think qualifying in the rain was also for the Xfinity and Truck Series, if I remember correctly. Jesus Christ, so a lot of rain happened in COTA. So let's now move on to the standings, and we're going to first start off with the Truck Series, and surprise, surprise, John Hunter Nemechek is still in the lead. Ben Rose second. I'm just going to just highlight where I'm up to. Oh god. So Ben Rose second, then Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill, Todd Gilliland, Matt Crafton, Grant Finger, Zane Smith, Stuart Friesen, and Carson Receiver ran out the top 10 in the playoffs. Then Johnny Slaughter, Austin Wayne Self, Chandler Smith, Tyler Ankrum, Haley Deegan, Rafael Losard is not running this season, and there's Ryan Truex, Derek Kraus, Tanner Gray, and Timothy Peters. For the playoff picture. There we go. Jonathan Nemechek, Ben Rhodes, Sheldon Creed, Todd Gilliland, now up there with his win. Then Austin Hill, Grant Enfinger, Matt Crafton, Zane Smith, Stuart Friesen, and Carson Receiver round out the top 10. Obviously, John Asada, also myself, Chandler Smith, Tyler Ankrum, Haley Deegan, Ryan Truex, Derek Kraus, Tanner Gray, and Timothy Peters. So that is the playoff picture for the Truck Series. Now let's now move on to the Xfinity Series, and it's still Austin Cindric in the lead. And we got Harrison Burton, AJ Allmendinger, Daniel Hemrick, Justin Allgaier, Jeb Burton, Justin Haley, Jeremy Clements, Noah Gregson, and Maya Snyder rounding out the top 10, while Michael Cornett and Brandon Jones rounding out the playoff picture. Then Brandon Brown, Brandon Brown, Riley Herbst, Josh Berry, Ryan Sieg, Ty Gibbs, Tommy John Martins, Landon Castle, and Alex LeBay. Playoff picture. I swear, the Xfinity picture always changes with Josh Berry and Ty Gibbs in or not. So Austin Cindric is first, then Justin Allgaier, AJ Allmendinger, Harrison Burton, Jeb Burton, Daniel Hemrick, Maya Snyder, Justin Haley, Noah Gregson, Jeremy Clements, Brandon Jones, Michael Cornett rounding out the playoff picture. Brandon Brown, Riley Herbst, Ryan Sieg, Tommy John Martins, Landon Castle, and Alex LeBay. So now move on to the Cup Series, and it's still Denny Hamlin. However, William Byron now moves up to second place with Kyle Larson behind him, then Joe Logano, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch rounding out the top 10, then Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Michael McDowell rounding out the playoff picture. Matt DiBenedetto, Kurt Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ross Chastain, and there's also Ryan Newman, Ryan Preece, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez, and others as well. So for the playoff picture, Martin Truex Jr. still in the lead, then Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Joe Logano, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, all locked in. Kevin Harvick, I guess, is also locked in. Then it is Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick, and Austin Dillon trying to stay in the playoffs. And then Matt DiBenedetto, Kurt Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ross Chastain, Ryan Newman, Ryan Preece, everyone else, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez, everyone else. So that is it for the COTA weekend. Obviously, next up will be Charlotte. So it'll be Charlotte Motor Speedway next for the Coca-Cola 600 weekend. How fantastic is that? Yeah, that's really it for me now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.